Hello and welcome to your video classes. Today we will be doing the third lesson of geography, that is physiography and drainage. What is physiography? Physiography means the physical features of a particular region. It will consist of the mountain ranges, islands, plains, plateaus, etc. And the drainage, that is the river system of that particular region. To start with, we will see the physical divisions of India. We know we have to study the physical features of India and Brazil both. But we start with India. India is having 5 physical division, and the first one is the Himalayan region. This you can see, the grey colored. We can compare it to our head also. This is the Himalayan mountain region. Then comes the North Indian plains. This region in green color is the North Indian plain. This Indian desert is also a part of the North Indian plains only. Then comes the oldest and the biggest landmass of the country, that is the Peninsular Plateau. This V-shaped area is the Peninsular Plateau. On both the sides of the Peninsular Plateau, you can see this green colored area, that is the coastal plains. In the west, it is the western coastal plains, and in the east, we have the eastern coastal plains. Then the last physical feature of our physical division of India is the islands. In the Bay of Bengal, we have the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and in Arabian Sea, we have the Lakshadweep Islands. Now we study about Himalayas first. Himalaya, what does it mean? It is a Sanskrit word which means the abode of snow. Alai means a palace. Him, Alai, abode of snow. It is one of the young fold mountains in the world. It is called as the youngest fold mountain because it was formed only 50 million years ago. It was formed because of the folding of the Earth's crust due to tectonic activities. About the mountain building process, we have already studied in 9th standard, but we have a quick recap. That is, see, when two plates converge with each other, one plate subsides or the one corner subsides and the other rises. And since Himalaya is the result of folding, the height of Himalaya is still increasing due to continued convergence. Now let us see the formation of the Himalayas, the history of Himalayas. To begin with, when the earth started cooling down and getting the crust, there was only one landmass and it was called Pangaea. Pangaea was the only landmass on the earth. Gradually, it divided into two parts, Laurasia and Gondwana land, and it was separated by the Tethys Sea. Then what happened? You can see here the Gondwana land again got divided into various different parts. We call them plates. The Indo-Australian plate drifted towards the north after being separated from the Gondwana land. Now when it drifted, it collided with some other plate. You can see when two things or two plates converge, something like this takes place. Now which plate collided with the Indo-Australian plate? It was the Eurasian plate. When the Eurasian plate and the Indo-Australian plate collided, this whole region, you can see Himalaya, it was formed. Now Himalayas, if we see the existence or how its location or extent, if we see, it is located, it begins from here, Pamir Knot in Tajikistan. From Pamir Knot, it comes eastward and enters our country, and then from Jammu and Kashmir, from west to east, it spreads in our country from Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. Its width in the western part is more. In the western part, its width is more. It is 400 kilometers. But as it moves towards the east, the eastern Himalayas, the width is only 150 kilometers. From west to east, there are three divisions of the Himalayas. The first one is the Western Himalayas. It is also called the Kashmir Himalayas, and it lies between the rivers Indus and Kali. In our country, it is spread in the states of Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. See, this is Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Now we go to the second part, that is the Central Himalaya or the Kumaon Himalayas, which lies between the rivers Kali and Teesta. It is also called the Sikkim Himalayas as it is occupying the state of Sikkim. Now we go to the third, that is the Eastern Himalayas. It lies between rivers Teesta and Brahmaputra. Here you can see Brahmaputra in blue. This is the Brahmaputra river. In India, its extent is in the states of Assam and Arunachal Pradesh. Now let us see its extent from south to north. From south to north, the first range is the Shivalik range. You can see this orange colored line. This is the Shivalik range. It is the southernmost range and its average height is between 900 meters to 1100 meters. Then comes the Himachal or the Lesser Himalayas. You can see in this black color, this black one, this is the Lesser Himalayas. There is very less gap between the Shivaliks and the Himachal. The average elevation of Himachal is between 1100 meter to 4500 meter. A number of tourist attractions lie in this part, for example Shimla, Manali, etc. There are a number of valleys in between Shivalik and Himachal, and it is known as dunes. These dunes, for example, Dehradun. After Shivalik and Himachal comes Himadri or the Greater Himalayas. This blue line you can see here. This is the Greater Himalayas. It is the most continuous range consisting of the loftiest peak, and the average height is 6000 meters. It is all snow-clad mountain. But beyond that, there is Trans Himalayas. Most of its part is in Tibet. But in our country, a little part is there. We have to remember this K2. It is the highest peak in India, which lies in the Trans Himalayan region. From exam point of view, if we see, you may be asked to give reason or answer in brief about the advantages of Himalayas. The first advantage is that it obstructs the cold Arctic winds which are entering from the north. When these winds will get obstructed here in the Himalayan region, that means those cold winds won't be able to enter our country and our temperature will not fall below a certain limit. The second advantage is that it obstructs the moisture-laden southwesterly winds. The southwesterly winds from the Arabian Sea and Indian Ocean are obstructed by the Himalayas. Let us see the Arabian Sea first. Arabian Sea winds will go like this, get obstructed by the Western Ghat and then again rise up, and moving towards the north it will collide with the Himalayas, whereas the Indian Ocean and the Bay of Bengal branch winds, they go again same Eastern Ghat and then they'll move and collide with the Himalayan range, bringing rain in the Indian subcontinent. The third advantage is that it is a source of many rivers. Since it is a snow-clad mountain range, a number of rivers originate from here and they are perennial in nature. Then comes the fourth advantage, that is, it is a tourist attraction. A number of tourists visit the Himalayas every year from all around the world, and it brings a lot of revenue to the economy. With this, we finish the advantages of Himalayas and Himalaya as a physical feature of India. In this way, to learn geography and English grammar with me, subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos. Bye-bye.